obviously Pretty, who's been here for so long, is gone. Does it feel like weird as this group has changed so much heading into this season?
Yeah, it's definitely been big changes over the course of the off-season, but I think quite a bit of the change has been necessary. Like we saw last year, obviously we weren't as successful as we would have liked to be, so we've brought in quite a few new fresh faces. I think it's sad to see players move on, like Prinny, who's been here for over 10 years. But yeah, it's nice to see her also thriving overseas in Turkey. She's really liking it. I'm talking to her pretty much every day. She loves it. It looks like we're shaping up for a really good season.
Do you think this group has what it takes to compete with the likes of Melbourne Victory? So those squads have been together for a long period of time and they've been playing some really good football. Does this squad just change, have what it takes to compete with those guys?
I think so. I think we still have a core group of players. I've been here for a long time, Mackenzie's been here a long time, and then we've brought in experienced players like Bianca from Central Coast who, we're familiar with Bianca. Like Mackenzie's played with her for years as well at NPL level. So yeah, it's not, whilst there is new faces, people are still familiar with each other. The American and foreigners who have come in, most of them are quite good friends with Jordan Thompson, who played here last year, so we kind of have good connections, so it doesn't actually feel completely new in a way. We are gelling quite well and have those sort of already long-standing connections, I would say.
So then you've got a new goalkeeper and a midfielder, as Ante said, 3 or 4 new people up front. Is it being strengthened all across the park, would you say? Have you got the team put Sydney FC back where you think?
Yeah, I think it has kind of strengthened all across the park. Last year, obviously, we didn't concede a whole lot of goals, but I think we only kept 3 clean sheets the whole season. So we did have to invest in, reinforcements in the goalkeeping situation and also in the defence. And then obviously up top, I think we scored the least amount of goals last season. So we've definitely brought in, international players in that front line to, really bounce off with the inexperience of the young ones who, now they're a year older, which is great. So, adds a little bit more experience. It's actually Indy DeSantos' 18th birthday today. So, she was 15 when she first started, which is super young, but now she's got 3 more years experience. Not that she'll probably play this season, but those young players have been here for a while, so they're just getting a little bit more game time under their belt, and I think they'll add more value this season than what they could have added last season, so that's really good.
In what way? Will they bring a fearlessness of youth?
Yeah, I think fearlessness of youth and also just energy, coming off the bench, may it be, you've got Kaylee, who has a lot of speed, and there's that desire, what Ante speaks about quite regularly, is that motivation and the motivation to be selected for national teams, and that's all at their feet. So if they impress through speed, energy, and then converting that into scoring opportunities and whatnot, then obviously they'll impress, and they've got that opportunity at their doorstep of national team selection.
Ante spoke to us just now about the pre-season, how it's changed this year. He's doing a bit more 11v11 stuff because he took ownership of the slow start last year. Have you noticed that as a player, that it feels a bit more like the team's gelled a bit quicker than maybe it did last year?
Yeah, I think, we've definitely focused in on more of 11v11 play. We have a lot more people coming to training as train-ons to make up the numbers of 11v11. But in saying that, it's also a very short pre-season. So, I don't think you really can be firing completely in first round because you only have sort of 5-6 weeks together, as opposed to what I think the men have a 17-week pre-season. I think there's a happy medium in there somewhere, rather than our 6 and their 17. But Yeah, I think we'll come in firing a lot better than what we did last year.
One player who was obviously so heralded when she came in last year, but then was injured straight away, was Hannah Lowry. She's obviously going to be back hopefully around 2, round 3 onwards. How much difference is that going to make?
Oh, huge. Hannah's such an amazing player, and you can see sort of at the moment until she comes back, we have somewhat of a gap in the midfield, I would say. Like we do have the young players there, and like Millie Cassar's come in and she's really impressed. And she seems to sort of be filling that spot at the moment. But yeah, I think Hannah coming back, like she's such an out-and-out 6 to then play, you know, her distributing role, and then you can push Bianca Galich a little bit further up the field, who can then combine with Macca. Yeah, she'll be huge to have back, Hannah, and I felt like last year when she did go down, like she was starting to actually get comfortable at Sydney and learn the style of play that we were playing, and then it was just unfortunate to see her go. But you know, I've gone through my ACL as well a couple of years ago, and I can see how she's progressing with her rehab, and she seems to be progressing really well. So it's really positive, and she said she's pretty much pain-free now. So yeah, it's all really promising signs.
Ever since Jada left, the goalkeeping role here has kind of been in flux. Last season, there was a lot of changes in and out. Are you feeling a little bit more confident, particularly as a centre-back, with a little bit more defined who the number 1 goalkeeper is for this season?
Yeah, I think the goalkeeper position this year has been filled by, our number 1 is obviously Heather, brought in from overseas. She has quite a bit of experience, obviously NWSL experience and then USL experience. She actually reminds me a lot of Jada, the way she plays. Yeah, she's wonderful, Heather. Like, she's got amazing reflexes, and I do, even at training, I feel really comfortable and confident with her behind me.
You spoke about that 5-week period of pre-season being too short. Ideally, what would you like to see?
I reckon there's something like even 7-8 weeks pre-season would be nice, because even then, like, you see people pick up little niggles during pre-season, and you're kind of trying to push through it. Yeah, but you don't really have the time to push through it, I guess, because you've got to be fit and firing for round 1. So I think that would, well, as an older player, I would appreciate that. Maybe not the younger players. They seem to be able to get through things. As an older player, like, I would really appreciate just an extra little bit of time in pre-season to just ease into things a little bit more and get my body right from the beginning.